Most people don't miss red flags because they're blind. They miss them because they really, really wanted to be wrong about what they saw. They saw the sign. They just convinced themselves it meant something else. Today, I'm giving you 5 signs you need to watch out for in a relationship. These aren't the obvious ones. These are the subtle ones. The ones that creep up so slowly you don't notice until you're already deep in it. And yes, some of these are going to hit close to home. Sign number 1, they make you feel crazy for having normal reactions. You get upset about something completely reasonable. Maybe they canceled plans last minute again. Maybe they said something that hurt you, so you bring it up calmly. And somehow, by the end of the conversation, you're the one apologizing. Your feelings became the problem, not the thing that caused them. Psychologists call this gaslighting. It doesn't always look like someone screaming at you and telling you you're insane. Most of the time, it's subtle. It's you're overreacting. It's I never said that. It's you're so sensitive. Said enough times, you stop bringing things up. And then you stop trusting your own memory. And then you stop trusting yourself entirely. If you constantly feel like you're too much, too sensitive, or too dramatic around one specific person, that's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And it's not a you problem. Sign number 2. You find yourself apologizing for everything, even things that aren't your fault. They're in a bad mood. Somehow you caused it. They made a mistake. Somehow you should have prevented it. They're stressed about work, but somehow your energy that day made it worse. This is called blame shifting. And the dangerous part is that it happens gradually. First, you apologize to keep the peace. Then you apologize because it's easier than arguing. Then you apologize because somewhere along the way you genuinely started believing everything really was your fault. Healthy relationships have shared accountability. Both people own their mistakes. Both people say sorry when they're wrong. If you can't remember the last time they apologized for something, pay attention to that. Sign number 3. You walk on eggshells around them. You think about how they'll react before you speak. You avoid certain topics entirely. You rehearse conversations in your head before having them. You check their mood the second they walk in the room and adjust yourself accordingly. That is exhausting. And most people in this situation don't even realize how exhausting it is because they've been doing it so long it just feels normal. But it's not normal. You should not have to manage another person's emotions at the expense of your own. You should be able to say what you think, share how you feel, and exist as yourself without running a constant background calculation of how it's going to land. That mental exhaustion is your brain telling you something is wrong. And your brain, in this case, is right. Sign number 4. They pull you close, then push you away. One day they're completely present, attentive, warm, making you feel like the most important person in the world. The next day they're cold, distant, one-word replies, and you have no idea what changed. And the worst part is you spend all your energy trying to figure out what you did wrong. You replay conversations, you check your texts, you wonder if it was something in your tone or your timing or that one thing you said 3 days ago. Here's what's actually happening. Psychologists call this intermittent reinforcement. It's the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and the unpredictability is what keeps you coming back. The highs feel so good specifically because the lows were so bad. That contrast is what creates the attachment. That's what keeps you hooked. The relationship that's good for you doesn't feel like a roller coaster. It feels stable, consistent, safe. Stability isn't boring. Stability is the goal. Sign number 5. And this is the most important one. Look at who you were before this relationship and who you are now. Are you more anxious than you used to be? More insecure? Do you second-guess yourself more? Have you pulled away from friends and family? Do you find yourself defending this person to people who care about you? Has your confidence quietly disappeared somewhere along the way? Because here's the thing. A relationship is supposed to add to who you are. It's supposed to make you feel more secure, more supported, more like yourself, not less. If the person you've become is someone your past self wouldn't recognize, if you've gotten smaller, quieter, more uncertain, that's not growth. That's erosion. And that's your answer. None of these signs mean you're weak or stupid for not seeing them sooner. These patterns are specifically designed to be hard to spot. They don't show up all at once. They build slowly, one small thing at a time, until one day you look around and realize you've been in something you never would have accepted at the beginning. But now you know what to look for. If this hit close to home, share it with someone who needs to see it. Drop a comment below. Which sign did you relate to most? I read every single one. Subscribe for more, and take care of yourself.